Hey folks, this is Michael Curtis. I'm down here at the Fort Smith Convention Center in Arkansas. I'm the A1 on a show, and tomorrow, where it's a nonprofit banquet, we got a band coming in, actually got two bands. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. But today I just wanted to drop you in the middle of a gig, kind of show you behind the scenes what things kind of look like. I spent a lot of time on the computer doing predictions and system design stuff, but it's fun just to be on a show, kind of be in the middle of it, seeing what it actually looks like to be here. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. As you can hear, there's stage being set, there's people in lifts, so it's gonna get a little bit noisy and rough, but this is what show life is like. You have to work around schedules, work around departments, but I wanted to give you a quick rundown of what's all going on here in the show. Super excited to show you. First off, the most important thing, look at the tuning gear, because I like this stuff. These are my microphones. I just got them all color-coded and nice. They match the traces and smart, which is really cool. Got them all initialized. So I got this out ready to go when we get to tune. As you can see with the rig, yesterday we got things floating on the truss. I got HDL 6As. I got stack of 9, stack of 6, stack of 9. But since they're setting the stage, we can't do much until that's all ready to go on the floor. So yesterday, the entire goal of setup was, hey, let's get the entire rig in the air, tested, make sure it's good, so now we can give our lifts to other departments, because this dude, is hanging a bunch of fabric, so we always have to work around that. So yesterday was setup. Today is finishing all our tech rehearsals. Backline for the band's going to come tonight, and then tomorrow is actual client rehearsals and the show. So that's the schedule we are working with. So right now, it's not quite, I wouldn't say hurry up and wait, but it's like, let's make sure we can get everything else besides what the PA is going on the stage ready to go, make sure we are ready for the band. So I'm getting up my equipment, it's ready in here and tested. And so now I want to walk you through front of house setup, back to A2 station, and then video world, just to talk about what each party is responsible for, what's going on here. So let's come to the front of house platform. So I'm on a Midas M32 for this. We actually got two desks. One is going to live here, and we're calling the production console. And this is getting my handheld microphones, the couple of podium mics, the backup 58, my video playback machines, and it's also collecting inputs from the after party band as well as the country act I'll be mixing. The guy's name is Mitch Rossell, who's going to be working with. He opened up for Garth when he was here, so I guess he's kind of a big deal. So that should be a lot of fun. And I got my NAT mics and then playback stuff. So I'll have a QLab machine. I'll have some Spotify playback. That's all going to be sitting here at front of house. And I don't have an external DSP or system processor, so I'm using the matrices here on this desk to handle that. So I'll have a feed out to left PA, center, and right. I'll have a sub matrix to my KS118s. I'll be on the floor, likely under the deck, because the clients doesn't like to see subs probably. We'll figure that out when we get everything set. I also have a front fill feed. It's going to be a bunch of K12s across the front of the stage because it's going to be a dance floor. And then I'll also have a matrix ready for a lobby speaker out here if we need it. So that's all sitting here ready to go, driven from this console. And then I'll show you the band console here in a minute. But that's where I'm going to be living for the show. We got our PM, our show caller, lighting department here. We'll have wired comm. It's a new Green Go system that we'll be testing out, which is going to be a lot of fun. And that's something both the EIC and the A2 are going to work out as far as tying it in with the FreeSpeak system. So that'll be pretty cool. So that's here at front of house. Let's walk over to A2 station and get you a little bit of feel for the room. So it's a nice big space. I think it's 270 long, and I'm going to guess like 100 feet wide. So they've got some decent sound damping panels up top. It's still nice and boomy because they're thin, but not too much flutter echo, which is cool. There's going to be tables throughout this entire room, so I need to make sure my PA is going to get all the way to the back. So it feels pretty far that it's this far out in the room, but our front fills on the stage are going to take care of it, but the tables don't really start until we get to like a little bit farther upstage of the PA, and then we really need to throw all the way to the back. So last time I did this show was with VRX, so this is a nice upgrade to have the HDL 6As, 24 boxes in the air, pretty exciting stuff. Okay, now like I promised, let's go over to A2 World. We got another M32 that's chilling right here. So for the band, I'm actually going to be in an iPad out in the house, and then A2, who's running my camera right now, Cameron, is going to be on the desk mixing monitors. So we got two separate I/O units for each. We got a DL32, which is right over here. So our top one, we have a bunch of analog snakes going to the stage, fetching inputs from the band. And then bottom one is for production. So that's the console I had at front of house. We'll tie them together, get those inputs. I'm just going to send a left-right from the band desk, Mitch's desk, into production. And then the party band that's playing afterwards is going to send me left, right, fill, sub. So I'll matrix that out, send it to its appropriate sources. Nothing crazy here. It's just a country act 5-piece band. Backline is getting here tonight. So we want to make sure we have all mics and stands ready to go. So Cameron's done a really good job of having all of our gear here ready to go. So we got our band stuff, extra stands. We have a fan for the talent ready to go. We've got water. We've got XLR, like tons of XLR, which is great. And we'll dig into the mic locker too here, which is in our audio workbox. So we got D6s, 57s, whatever we need to pull this gig off. And then we'll be getting program up here in this monitor so Cameron can see what's happening and can monitor anything. All the comm is ready to go. We make sure it's charging overnight. Always do that. No one wants to be the A2 with dead battery packs in the morning. So that's what's going over here at the A2 station during the show. But our wireless rack is actually living back here. And so let's talk about our Video World inputs and outputs. Make this way for you here. So here's Video World and just a dimmer beach and PD. So our power distro tying into the house. Network rack, this is all of our lighting stuff. This is our comm rack. So this is where our A2 will be handling this as far as dishing out. There's a FreeSpeak 2 system. That's all wireless. That's tying into Go Green Go. And we have our antenna way up high, so we listed all of that. And this got bumped here, but these are my paddles for RF. So we have a 12 channels of Axient. It's a huge blessing on this show to be able to use. Here right in the middle. And you may be asking, well, why is this not at the A2 station? So I would say it's here so we can get optimal antenna placement, because we can always run a snake over to this. I can monitor wireless and wireless workbench. Everything's tied into a network together. So we can have here, run a 50-foot antenna out here, 25 here, get the point at the stage. I might get them up a little bit higher once I figure out I have enough tall boom stands, so I don't want to eat those up now. I want to save them for the band. This will still be good enough. It's nice and close, pointed at the talent. But that's all tied in right here. Get on the network and I can monitor it. And as far as this is going to be recorded, so I need to make sure I have a nice program feed as well. So I'll be setting up some NAP mics here, setting in my program. And this is actually a new infrastructure set, but here on the 4ME switcher, it has MADI ins and outs. So on the X32 or M32 in front of the house, there's a MADI card. So it's actually SDI cable, or a BNC with coax, or however you want to say it. But we are having that run from front of house up over that cable bridge and down, and we're exchanging the graphics playback computers are coming into my desk, and then program is coming out into that switcher, which will be nice. So not having to deal with any analog reference level mismatches or anything. It's all digital and it's passing through. So to recap, have to deal with the flow of the show. We have different departments working, different load-in days, so be proactive with other things you can do outside of like, hey, I'm just the systems tech, so I'm not going to pitch in. Like, be able to look at other departments and be a team player. We have divided the show amongst 2 consoles, so we had 1.5 show size that couldn't fit on a unit 1 of consoles, so dividing helped out there. We looked at the PA. We'll get the rest of it on the deck, and hopefully I'll have a follow-up video that'll walk you through the tuning of all that. HE World was set up really nice and prepped and ready to go. We have our wireless here. Its placement is here because of RF. We'll get comm up and running here in a little while. And here is Video World. We need to make sure they're happy and testing out this new digital drive system with MADI. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Just wanted to drop you in here on this show, get to see what it's really like to be on a gig. I'll catch you next time.